Hello, it's me, the ukulele teacher, here to teach you how to play the song Reindeers Are Better Than People from the movie Frozen. So, grab your uke, make sure it's in tune, and get ready to play Reindeers Are Better Than People. For this song you'll need several chords. I'm going to teach you them very quickly now. The first chord you'll need is the chord of G. To play the chord of G, put your first finger on the second fret of the third string and your second finger on the second fret of the first string. Put your third finger on the third fret of the second string. The chord of G should sound like this. The next chord you'll need is the chord of A7. To play A7, put your first finger on the first fret of the third string. A7 should sound like this. You'll also need the chord of A. To play A, put your first finger on the first fret of the third string and your second finger on the second fret of the fourth string. A should sound like this. To play the chord of D, put your first, second and third fingers on the second fret of the fourth, third and second strings. D should sound like this. To play the chord of D7, from D, just add your little finger to the third fret of the first string. D7 should sound like this. To play the chord of E minor, put your first finger on the second fret of the first string, your second finger on the third fret of the second string, and your third finger on the fourth fret of the third string. E minor should sound like this. To play the chord of E, put your first finger on the second fret of the first string, and your second, third and fourth fingers on the fourth fret of the fourth, third and second string. E should sound like this. To play the chord of B7, bar the second fret with your first finger, and put your second finger on the third fret of the third string. B7 should sound like this. And to play the chord of B minor, bar the second fret with your first finger, and put your third finger on the fourth fret of the fourth string. B minor should sound like this. Now the great thing about this song is the strumming pattern is super easy. All you really have to do is play one slow downward stroke with your thumb on each chord. The intro is just G and A7, and that sounds like this. And you pretty much just do that on every chord all the way through the song. Now the first line is just D, A, D, D7, and the second line is G, A, D, D7. That sounds like this. Reindeers are better than people. Sven, don't you think that's true? Then the third line is E minor, A, D, B7. Yeah, people will beat you and curse you and cheat you. And then the next line is just E, A, D. Every one of them's bad except you. And then A7. Oh, thanks buddy. So let's put that first verse all together. Reindeers are better than people. Sven, don't you think that's true? Yeah, people will beat you and curse you and cheat you. Every one of them's bad except you. Ah, thanks buddy. Then we move on to the second verse, and the chords for the first three lines of the second verse are exactly the same as they are for the first verse. But people smell better than reindeer. Sven, don't you think that I'm right? That's once again true for all except you. And then it's just the last couple of lines that are ever so slightly different. You got me, let's call it a night, is E, A, B minor. You got me, let's call it a night. And then there's one long E for the good night. And then the last line is just D, A7, D. Don't let the frost bite. So let's put the whole thing together. Reindeers are better than people. Sven, don't you think that's true? Yeah, people will beat you and curse you and cheat you. Every one of them's bad except you. Oh, thanks buddy. But people smell better than reindeer. Sven, don't you think that I'm right? That's once again true for all except you. You got me, let's call it a night. Good night. Don't let the frostbite bite. And that's how to play Reindeers Are Better Than People from the film Frozen. I've been the ukulele teacher. If you have any requests for future lessons, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I love you all and I wish you the best.